little bit more about the history of like how you and URL kind of joined the forces of like them having you on their platform. Like, you know, seeing you rise over the years and seeing you on that platform is interesting. How they like decided to adapt your style.
Right.
How more importantly, all the battles you've had on URL, they've been in small rooms, but like people love the energy you bring. The crowd's been eruptive. Right. There's been pauses in between. It's almost as if you're on the stage.
Right. I mean, I think it's a mix of a couple things. I was on my way back from I don't remember where, but I was on the one train coming back from the airport, and these kids on the train were talking about like Charlie Clips and chess and like who would win if they battled.
Right.
And I came from like coming from a couple different countries battling, and these kids had no idea who I was. So I was like, you know what? I need this battle in New York because people forgot. You know, like, So I went and I did a We Go Hard battle. I went to a We Go Hard event. They didn't know who I was.
Wow.
They tried to charge me to get in. Paid, whatever, you know. Then,
you paid. You didn't say, hey, I'm Lex. I'm not paying. You paid.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and argue with the guy at the door. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're performing.
No. I just went to go watch.
Oh, okay.
I lived in Toronto for like 3 years.
Okay.
So when I moved back, no one knew who I was. Like, I went to Born Legacy to watch Franchise, and like, no one. Wow. They don't watch King of the Dot out here like that.
Right.
You know? So how me and URL really came about was when I started doing We Go Hard battles. And of course, you know, B City, who runs We Go Hard, is the URL cameraman, as well as your boy Clip. From the Draft League, your boy Clip. So that's kind of...
That's how it all intermingles.
Right. I put up a status one day as like a trolling thing. It was April Fool's, actually. I was like, yo, I'm on the next Born Legacy. And people started sharing it to groups. It got like a couple hundred likes, whatever it was. You know how it goes. So someone called, I think, P, and was like, oh, P, you booked Lex, that's what's up. And he was like, no, I didn't. I don't even know who that is, you know?
Right.
And he was like, oh, well, Lex said he's on the next Born Legacy, and everybody's tweeting about it and shit like that.
Right.
He's like, I don't know. I don't even know who that kid is. Send me the footage. So he sent me versus Kayla. They sent it to P. He was like, I don't know this kid, but I'll book him. Find him for me.
Wow.
You know? So out of a April Fool's joke, it actually wound up coming to fruition.
How ironic, like you spit so much jokes when a joke got you the battle.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So it's like you trolled your way there.
Yeah. Me and Paul were on the way to Orlando, and then everybody in the car is like, URL staff keeps tweeting about you, man. They need your phone number like right now.
Wow.
You know, I was with like Prez and XL and Bangs and stuff. We were all on the way to Orlando, and everybody started looking for me. So it came pretty much like that. It was like a real overnight thing.
So when he finally got booked on URL, were you there to tell him this is a big deal? You can't. Did you put the pressure on him? Like this isn't your regular bat. Like this is a chance for you to
do that. Yeah,
I can tell you did that to him. I can just see it in your eyes. Like you had that face. Like
exactly
no bullshitting this time. Yeah,
that's exactly. I've done that maybe 2 times. One before his first URL battle,
and Ness.
Yeah, before his battle with E-ness. I was like, yo, this is the most important battle. To me, I thought that was the most important battle of his career at that point. Not only because that was where he was at, but it was because I felt like now URL at this point, they were saying, all right, let's see what he could do. They're now trying to test him. Before it was just like, all right, the zigzag battle, and it's not the same. It's now they're looking at him as something serious, as a potential investment in the future.
Right.
So I told him, like, this is and the main point I really wanted to stress to him, I'm like, yo, there's going to be thousands of people who have no fucking clue who you are. This is like you're brand new right now on this stage.
Right.
So, you got to take that opportunity. You can reinvent yourself.
I'm going to ask you both the same question. Were you concerned if his style was going to translate, and were you concerned if was your style going to translate and fit well with the URL crowd?
I mean, me, I wasn't, because they needed that. They need his style, something refreshing. Like I feel like it's refreshing. It's something new. But not only is it just like anyone could tell jokes, so it's not just that. I feel like Lex has a different caliber because he could be serious if he wants to, and he could back up his shit. So there's a weird dynamic that you're gonna get because and to me, I had a feeling he's already well liked in New York. And most of his fans and his support is in New York, so it was like I thought it was gonna be what he needed. He needed to battle on that stage instead of King of the Dot. I don't feel like he wasn't appreciated on King of the Dot at all.
I feel like a lot of battles get undervalued on King of the Dot. Like you know that the work ethic is there. You and your opponent can have a really great battle, but sometimes it just falls on deaf ears, and fans just like let it slide by, and I hate that. But it's just reality of the way things are.
That's how I feel about E. Farrell versus Mad Flex.
Right.
That's so crazy, and like no one, you know.
Right.
A lot of good battles do get lost.
I mean, I was a little nervous on. This is what made me nervous. I wasn't nervous on if they were gonna like me in the room. Because I already went to We Go Hard and I spit a full like Naruto scheme and they loved it. You know what I mean? Like, and they loved it. So like, you know, it's anime. All their names rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So like, I wasn't worried, and I would go to some URL events and I'd get like a lot of love from fans and staff members and other battlers. So I wasn't really nervous about in the room. It's connecting to what you said before. I was nervous that when it comes out is if the internet isn't like me. If Smack fans, if his 800,000 subscribers go, I don't like this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I was worried about. And the reason being is, you know, I had a We Go Hard battle versus Gaddafi Green, and once they were, you know, gonna start booking me, Beasley or B City, somebody made them put my Gaddafi Green battle on URL.
Yeah.
Right. So when that happened, well, first the thing with Beasley was who I was gonna battle next, and he wants to see how the internet takes to me.
Right.
Right. So now I'm nervous because the internet has never taken.
Yeah, I was about
to
to say that. So like, by the retation, you're already like,
I'm done.
It's over. It's over.
He's like, yeah, we'll see how YouTube likes you. I'm like, oh, great. You know what I mean? Like, so because they've never liked me.
Right.
So when my Gaddafi battle dropped, they loved me. They loved me, and some of the biggest comments on it, because there's a clip going viral from there right now. It's got like 500,000 views on YouTube.
Wow.
And I mean, on Facebook, and it's a Naruto line. It's the Itachi thing. So. No, after that I wasn't. Once they were like, "What? We got a kid that's rapping about Naruto." Gnome fight. You know, put him on Gnome. You know what I mean? Put him on Gnome. We don't care. You know. So and I think this. So I wasn't nervous. I think the zigzag thing, which me and Paul had a little debate about, where it was like, don't fucking battle these fucking guys. You know what I mean? I'm like, but I have to. You know what I mean? Like, trust the process. You know. And it really came down to like, I think they wanted to know if I was going to fold under the pressure of this is URL. Now what are you going to do?
Right.
And I did.
Yeah, I feel like they did it in stages. You know.
You know what?
They're smart. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Absolutely.
You know what was my biggest takeaway from the zigzag battle? When you finished the first round, he tried to cut you off, and you said, "Don't cut me off because I'm kicking your ass" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like had everybody like, "Oh, he's talking his shit."
Right.
And it's like he's not just joking around. Like he can really get competitive.
Saying, yeah.
Right.
That moment, like you won the battle after that round.
Right.
For me, at least, like you sealed the deal. Right.
It's crazy how little things like that matter in battles, right?
No,
like it's the stuff that you didn't prepare.
Yeah, absolutely.
That really means the most.
And you can never really know what lines are going to hit and what lines doesn't hit. Every MC says it like they prepare for this line to hit and it doesn't. And the build-up hits and they're like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that. Throw me off. Like one of my favorite lines on it, it was like, I like Tupac since Lego, so I'm thugging on them. I love that line. For me, when I was watching it.
You can't predict what kind of crowd is going to be there. You know, a line can hit in one crowd and not in another crowd, and you don't know what kind of people are going to show up.
When I saw the battle,
you know? So
I paused it.
You can never say that in your head, like,
right.
You don't know who's in that room.
Shots could be $3 that night, and the place could be turned. You know what I mean?
Right. I paused the video at that line, and I'm like, wait, this isn't even the punch.
Right.
and I started reacting to it. I'm like, let's keep going. But that little your demeanor there just showed a lot, and I think that's kind of why later down the line, I remember you had an interview where you said E-ness wanted to battle you.
Yeah.
I think those little things kind of show battlers like, hey, he has style. And in this world of battle rap, which is oversaturated, because you guys are league owners, so you guys know it's oversaturated.
Right.
If you're creative and you're original, you're already like winning the battle in battle
Right.
rap because of how many people sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you're winning half the battle by just having your own approach.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So then when the E-ness battle came about, was at the Combine.
Right.
How was that? Because that was another legend that you grew up watching, you had a lot of respect for.
Dude, E-ness, you know what was crazy?
And I seen clips because I didn't go. I seen clips. There's like clips of like his verse, his clips
Right.
of your verse. You got the cadence E-ness that was
Right.
rapping and
I got one of the best E-nesses ever.
yeah.
Ever. Like, he went a little bit over the time limit for me. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's trying to kill me out here, bro. He really wanted to put me down. But, God rest his soul, PH, man. Like, what really always kills me with this E-ness battle was when I was young, me and PH used to talk about E-ness and Solomon, because that's one of the first battles I watched when I found out about, like, battle rap is a thing now. Because I
Right.
went from, like, Smack DVD to, like, Read Dollars to then there was nothing. I stopped watching it.
Yeah, there was a little weird time period where there was no smack.
Right.
Grind time was just forming, so we had like only like the WRCs
Right.
and little DVDs.
I didn't
in
watch that
between.
stuff. I mean, I got hold of like Solomon and Thesaurus on the street,
Right.
but that was still around like the Fight Club days.
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
So yeah, there was that like weird phase where I stopped watching because I didn't know there was anything anymore. So I got put on. One of the first battles I watched was Iron Solomon and E-ness, and I was like, boy, Solomon is a animal. He
Right,
murdered
right.
him. Diddy dum diddy do. I was like, this is crazy. And PH would be like, man, you're dumb as hell. E-ness won that battle.
I had E-ness winning that battle too.
Right, but as a kid, I was like, nah, no way. What the
Right.
fuck are you talking about, right?
Right.
No way. Solomon killed him. So then I get set up with Ness. I start watching it, and I'm like, shit, Ness won this battle. I think I had to grow up to understand that Ness won that battle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the first thing I thought was, PH, man, you were right, man. He did win that battle, you know? We debated about it for years, dude. But, yeah, I was kind of worried because I watched E-ness and Sirius Jones, who they battled right before I battled Ness.
You got a better E-ness than Sirius Jones did.
Yeah, that wasn't a good battle at all. I was like, damn, Ness is going to sleep on me. This is going to suck. And no, he's passed out. See, I was